How's everybody doing? It's good to be back, doing our thing. This evening we've got some really amazing videos to show everyone. Can't wait to have a little watch through these. Our pilots have been up to some really fun stuff over the weekends, a few races all over the globe, a few meets, just a lot of good fun stuff. Hopefully everybody's week's been good. Decent weekend with good weather. I know the Northern Hemisphere is heading towards winter, so get out there and fly as much as you can. Take those warm days. I know we had one. See, I'm kind of burnt on the side of my face, though it's not just the hue of the camera.
That's epic.
It really is a sunburn. No matter how many times you said, there's sun lotion over here.
I brought it and put it on the table right in front of you.
Seriously, I think next time it's just going to have to be you walk up and just start spraying me. Like, you're an idiot, you're basically a ginger, you're burning. I'll be okay with that. Alright. Well, let's do a great new video from Sakil, our pilot, the madman from Croatia. He went out, they had a great meet, they set up a really sweet track. You remember to mute everything. Can you mute yours, Dave?
Yeah, let me make sure I got that.
Here we go, let's check some of this out. Man, I've got to get the tunes going again, Dean. Oh, I love it, man. The effort that these guys put into this track too is pretty sweet. They did a whole bunch of mowing. They got all these gates set up, and then this pillar in the middle, this wooden structure. It seems like somebody fabricated this.
Oh, that's badass.
And then you've got him ripping through the loop, doing spins. Like, way to go, Sakil.
This guy's a monster.
Down low, fast maniac. He's brilliant.
It's cool to see that the FPV racing thing is happening all over the world simultaneously too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's like, this is Croatia. This is happening, you know. All the drone nationals and Poland.
It was a nice lift back there, but you got a lot to learn.
Our lads down in Cyprus, Spain, Portugal, some of the islands out there. Everybody's doing it.
Rated T for team.
The explosion. Organisations are going to come and go, but
You got a lot to
the
learn.
core crews are still going to be there doing it. Ooh, Spain, Portugal. There's a few of those that just make me grit my teeth and look at these. He's going, he's
Rated
going.
T for team.
The explosion. Organisations are going to come and go, but the core crews are still One up, what's up, man? Good to have you back. There's a few of those that just I would too. This guy's got mad skills. It's less work and more flying, that's what it is. I think the goal, the ultimate goal to become the best is 20 packs a day. If you can charge them every single night, make sure that your lunchtime is nothing but a sandwich, get out there and rip. With the signature chair landing. Brilliant goal. The ultimate goal to become the best is 20 packs a day. If you can charge people out there doing exactly that, make sure that your lunchtime is multiple sandwich, get out there batteries a day. With the signature chair landing. Really good, really cool. The ultimate goal to become the best is another video from one of our favourites. The man himself, Will Surf Air. Multiple sandwich, get out there batteries a day. With the signature chair landing. Really cool. The ultimate goal to become the best is another video from one of our favourites. Picking up sponsors left, right and centre. Maybe we can get enough of this kid.
Yeah, this is from that same location where they were out.
Another video from one of our favourites. Yeah, that's Sacramento. Maybe we can get enough of this. Found a little bit of a desolated building. You got Humboldt chilling down there with him.
Yeah, this is from that same location where they were out.
There's a couple moments in the video where they get pretty close. Found a little bit of a desolated. I know ours isn't edited, but maybe we just rip one of ours. You got Humboldt chilling down one of our multi-laps.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it deserves a good edit before it goes up, but
We had an epic day on
moments in the video where they get pretty
Sunday
close.
out at the local park.
But maybe we just rip one of ours. Fixed a few things on site, and then just all three of us just started feeling it, getting in the zone, and just started ripping some laps. We had 2 American football fields and 2 rugby pitches. just kind of end to end of each other, and we just started going through all the posts, blasting around. Of course, Mr. Banana was being kind to us and waiting for us on a few occasions.
Yeah.
2 American football teams. I loved it on one of his videos. He goes ripping through, and he's so far ahead of us, and he knows it too, that he's like turned and pulled, and he's lowered himself, so he's just waiting there to watch us go through the gate, and then no more than like 1 or 2 turns later, he's already in front of us again. I'm just like, I loved it on one of his videos. He goes ripping through, and he's so far ahead of us, and he knows it too, that he's like turned and pulled, and he's lowered himself, so he's just waiting there to watch us go through the gate, and then no more than like 1 or 2 turns later, he's already in front of us again. I'm just like, I loved it on one of his videos. He goes ripping through, and he's so far ahead of us, and he knows it too, that he's like turned and pulled, lowered himself, so he's just waiting there to watch us go through the gate, and then no more than like 1 or 2 turns later, he's already in front of us again. I loved it on one of his videos. He goes ripping through, and he's so far ahead of us, and he knows it too, that he's like turned and pulled, lowered himself, so he's just waiting there to watch us go through the gate, and then no more than like 1 or 2 turns later, he's already in front of us again. No, everything's showing that we've only got one. I've kind of turned off and uninstalled all the others. Bit too much gain, no? It's all looking good. No, everything's showing that we've only got one. I've kind of turned off and uninstalled. Some growing pains with Twitch. Bit too much gain, no? It's all looking good. I didn't change any settings either before, from this time to the last. No, everything's showing that we've only got one. I've kind of turned off and uninstalled. Some growing pains. I'll mess with it again in a minute, lads. Maybe I'll try and turn one of the cameras off and see if that helps. Maybe just go to the desk camera. I didn't change any settings either before, from this time to the last. No, everything's showing that we've only got one. Let's try that. Has that gotten any better? I'll mess with it again in a minute. I just killed out, obviously I just killed out face cameras off and see if that helps. Maybe just if that gets better, then at least I'll know what's going on. Let's try that. Has that gotten any better? I'll mess with it again in a minute. I just killed out, obviously I just killed out face cameras off and see if that helps. A little bit of Verizon better, then at least I'll know what's going on. Well, they've all got mics, but I've shut them off or uninstalled them, so it's really, they shouldn't even be there. Has that gotten any better? I just killed out, obviously I just killed out face cameras off. A little bit of Verizon better, then at least I'll know what's going on. Well, they've all got mics, but I've shut them off or uninstalled them, so it's really jump off. You know what it might be? If that didn't change anything, right now I just changed something else. So let me know if it's gotten better now, and I'll put that other camera back on. That's some interesting stuff to watch there. Alright, you watch the stream. What it might be is the internal systems of my computer. If I've got the stream up on my browser internally, hook me up again, there we go. If I've got the internal stream going, maybe they're hearing something play back. So we've got like a really weird, like 1 minute loop, like what you were describing. Cheers for the help there. Alright, change a little gears. This one just came out today. Drone National started pumping a little bit of video. I thought this was pretty cool. Let's go through and just watch this one. It's a really cool, really well done edit. For those that haven't seen it, we'll just throw it up. The 21st century. Oh, yeah, no, don't want the adverts. Nice, okay. And I'm going to reintroduce the face cam. Let me know if that's now gone downhill again.
A workplace that doesn't work is anything but beautiful. Make work beautiful again. Reduce downtime by 50% by updating to the latest high-performance Dell systems with Intel Core processor family.
I had the chat up on mine, so it was like rebroadcasting, so the weird loop was happening. I don't know how the computer was there from streaming.
Welcome everybody to the 2015 Transarc U.S. National Drone Racing Championships.
3, 2, 1, go!
FPV is first-person view, and so FPV racing is the first kind of drone racing or drone sport where it's remotely controlled and remotely manned and remotely driven through human vision. When I put on my first set of FPV goggles and flew around, that was a black hole, and I'm still in that black hole, and it's probably not going to come out.
Drop us off for a second.
This is no there for So especially we have 10 of them, we lay them out. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5. We've got 10 cameras. We got 10 power distribution boards. We got a pile of motors. We got a pile of seats. And we came to race.
I wanted to get everybody in the room together that was serious about doing some, FPV racing or drone racing.
The man with the
And
plan.
I said, hey, look, we have a chance here to do something on a public scale. Let's put our best foot forward.
I'm trying not to take it seriously because, I mean, look, we're just a bunch of nerds with toys at the moment. That's really all we are. I mean, we're all sitting there. Oh, look at that! Oh, the sponsor team shirts. I'm just so. We're just a bunch of nerds. That's all we are.
I love coming out to this. This is so much fun. There's so many cool people. 6 months ago, there weren't any kind of races. There really weren't events like this. There was no talks about events like this. It was kind of a dream people thought might happen in a year or two, not this year.
I called as many people as like
I know,
all
right?
over the world.
ESPN
and
will
I
have
said,
this
hey, come to this
raging
event, come to this event,
It's
and
gonna
come to this
become the next
event.
big thing.
And so it was like a YouTube meetup
Red
of
Bull Air
everybody that
races,
was,
Red Bull
anybody who
Drone
had a great
races.
YouTube video was there at the show. Brian actually, maybe a week or two before, actually won the 3D competition, the Cup 2015. And Chad is probably the best person that could be the ambassador for the sport. Yes, he's humble, but he's probably one of the few guys out there with full competition experience.
When you're online, you can be a completely different person, and I've been pleasantly surprised with all of the guys that I've really wanted to meet. They're just like me, just another bloke that stumbled across this thing called FPV and quadcopters.
He said bloke. Can you teach me some more words?
I'm Aussie. I'm an Aussie.
I like it. Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
First time I saw Zoe, she walked out on the field up in Santa Cruz. She schooled every single guy there and came in first place. She's spectacular because she's got several hurdles to jump through even before she can just get up to being a racer.
I was bedridden for a long time, like from pain and just not really being able to be active. And then I found FPV as a way to get back into the world and kind of enjoy myself again. Like physically, it's still hard for me to do stuff. Like right now, I'm actually in a good bit of pain. I'm just grinning and bearing it because this is what I love to do, and it's kind of what I live for.
What I see is that the type of individual that's coming in here is
NASCAR's going to turn up.
similar to like the Ironman triathlons or marathons, where there's a lot of camaraderie and everybody really likes each other because there's just a common bond that everybody has. But this is the first time we've had $25,000 on the line, and when the goggle's on,
When you start
competition's
getting all the big money
fierce.
and all those big sponsors, they'll easily have tracking on every single drone, and they won't miss a damn thing. They'll just, everybody will have a permanent ground fixture camera following them.
Day one mornings, they're always, you got a blazing forest fire and you only have 20 guys to cover, 500 square miles.
None of my lap times got recorded yesterday. I flew 8 laps, and on the website it shows I did not finish. They'll get it figured out. I mean, I know they'll put out like a giant press release after this, like, yeah, we knew it was rough, we knew it was the first one, but it was still meh.
Alright, all 3 racers, you guys got your quads out, ready to go, video, let's roll. Okay guys, I should have 4 quads coming over here. Let's go. You guys are the slowest group of the morning. I am not impressed.
All of the world was looking at us, and everybody was expecting us to be online and professional. And so when I saw that the external world was going, oh my God, it's out of focus, and stop breathing so heavy, and this and that, and I could just see all that stuff coming. I'm like, okay, just stop breathing so heavy, Okay, focus the camera, and so we started fixing all that, and then about 12 to 1 o'clock, it switched. It switched from the trash talking about us to the trash talking about the pilots, and that's when our personality and our true culture of us is at FPV racing at scale. That's the first time I saw it, and that was very exciting.
Okay guys, I need you out, pilots, let's go!
I missed the break.
Our products strive to be the lightest.
You did it.
Nice job. Put 5 laps in, that's what we needed. So now the pressure's over. We got another round, you can push it, because of safety. This is at least got a time up there. So we're good.
All right, so Mr. Steele's aircraft is on the tarmac. I feel like 99% of the time as a parent, if you name your kid Steele, it just ends up not working out. And then 1% of the time, he becomes the best FPV pilot in the world.
Mr. Steele's, we're going to need characters like that. It's the egos that we're going to see that are going to be really quite exciting.
I'll go first. Let's Steely go first. It's not fair. You're down in the good channel, Steel. You're a cheater.
We are watching Final Glide UAS, Final Glide Australian. This is, oh my, look at this.
Yeah, Steel's in front of you. Everyone else is behind you.
Look at this. I got Breaker with me in the booth.
We had him
an extraordinary run.
We had him in the booth here earlier, and he was determined to get a sub 18-second lap, and my God.
The lead, I won 18 seconds.
This is from here he comes into the gate. Here he comes into the gate. Boom, he's through the gate.
He comes me now. I reckon it's a pretty damn fast lap.
Not finished? Yes. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Should I be happy right about now? Hey, Steel! Hey, Steel, can I race with you more often?
Last race, about to throw it down, so it's all or nothing right now.
Chad, how you feeling right now?
Ask me in 5 minutes.
It was mapped wrong. It's not, dude. Like.
Let's cruise the audio down on that one just a little bit. Might mess with the mic just a little, see if we can improve that bit. I don't want us to get too loud. We do get kind of rowdy.
Think about it. We're at the same place that golf started. How exciting is to watch a little tiny white ball about that big go down the field? It's like, okay. And then you got to walk all the way over there, right? And so on the walk over there, that's where the human story started, because that's when the trash talking started happening. That's when everybody started knowing their personalities. So it's not about the golf game and the golf ball anymore. It's about
cool. It was like a night ride. It was
the
like,
club to get it down
where's the sound
there. And so
effects
that's the story that I'm now
It's like
interested
Battlestar
in
Galactic.
making, is what is the voice of FPV and what are the characters of FPV?
All right, let's announce second place from the USA, Brian Morris.
I can't think of any better people that you saw over this last weekend. That's a
I don't know why they didn't promote that. I mean, they're just there to the left. They were everywhere.
In first place for the individual first-person view, the national champion, Chad Noack.
We should come up with an edit one of these days.
This was an experiment to see
I certainly
if it
didn't
really
miss them
could
whilst I
scale
was behind the camera
from
lens.
a true racing sport point of view. And now the next one's going to come out. They're going to top me. I'm like, go for it, man. Let's go.
As far as goggles, yeah, we do. We use those, but a cam, the camera, the onboard cameras, the Sony SuperHAD 600 TV lines. There's a lot of good ones, but the Sony FEOV chip seems to be about the best for processing all of the data. That was cool. Obviously we're just blasting all that out on the social media, so get us the like on there, keep up to date. And let's go back out to one of the weekend meetups out in Cyprus.
These dudes were supposed to have a race, which got, I believe, rained out. And
Yeah.
they just busted around anyway.
Yeah, the forecast was awful, so everybody was like, nah, shine it off. And I think so much prep work had been done when they woke up and it was nice, they were like, nope, we're doing it. So maybe not as many people as they might have wanted showed up, but they still put on a sweet looking event. Put some great effort in there. Magic edit. Those olive trees. What? sick, man. I have to start playing around with a little more inverted. Try and pull off some moves like Furious.
Yeah, I like that move.
He doesn't lose altitude, right? He just gets his trajectory right and stalls it and just boosts through the air. Nerves of steel. Hey, thanks for the birthday bourbon, man. It's good. Delish.
Yeah, it's still just so cool. Cyprus, Croatia, they're actually doing this shit.
Right. Every country, isn't it? France has had some sweet meats. The Germans are going off. Norway, man, it's just
Australia
everywhere.
is one of the founding kind of crews.
Yeah.
It's been really into it.
Had a really big scene down there, didn't they? Plays along well with their mentality. They're crazy, adventurous, nutters. Anything that goes quick, they're in for it. Thanks for that one, Furious P. You're a madman. It's good stuff. A total favourite here. What's up, Humboldt? This guy threw down. This looks like a place that's close to Will. Another spot. I think I've seen a video or two coming out of you from here. But utterly wicked. You just picked a really cool track. Loads of natural obstacles. It's tight. It's technical like no other, and you guys just make it look easy, man. Just blasting around, all three of you just on each other's tails.
Yeah, we've mainly seen Will do a bunch of freestyle here, but it's cool to see the racing.
Humboldt's hooking those corners so tight, man. No gaps, no room for error. Just
One the Mobius is a great cam. You know, definitely for the money. I would check out, what's it called, the Xiaomi?
Yeah, the Xiaomi Yi.
I'll link you in the chat. It's a decently priced cam, and it's really good quality.
It's got the body style of a GoPro. It's got a lot of the same qualities of a GoPro, but I think Humboldt might be using one too here. And there's a few times during this video that you see it like right there when it goes from light to dark. The camera doesn't handle that very well, so that's a thing. It's, you know, you're still going to get amazing video out of it. It still does the job, and for the price, now you can feel okay about smashing your camera in and it not being a GoPro. Did you have the link for it?
Yeah, I just threw a link up for it.
Oh, nice, man.
It's more of an article. It's not exactly the purchase link, so.
Alright. Yeah, you can find it, guys. It's bit of a Chinese knockoff of a GoPro. There's a lot of them, people coming out. I think Runcam just came out with one for it real recently. Mobius V2 is just, I don't know, any day there's a lot of talk about that one coming out. And pretty much as long as you can get under $100, a decent lens, you know, of course it's always about the lens. Something that records 60 frames a second. That isn't going to break the bank because, man, I've obliterated 2 Mobius, maybe 3 now.
They'll crack.
And the GoPros are really nice because of their case. They're such a hard shell that they take a kicking and the GoPro keeps going. And you've really got to do some hardcore damage. Love that, Humboldt. Nice little race there. You guys made a great makeshift little event.
Glenn says, see if the boys can show it as a contrast. Little B's test vid.
Mm-hmm. Let me get some little bees up here. Coming at you, Glenn. We were going to be saving this till Thursday, but I'm jonesing for one more.
Jonesing for some Glenn.
So Glenn, what camera are you using up here, buddy? Were you GoPro?
I'm gonna guess Mobius.
Man, I need to start that over. It's not even right. Well, it's definitely got 60 frames, right? Because it's giving me the option for a 720p 50 frames. So let's just buffer that just a tiny bit. Have a moment off of it. Alright, so your shot with the Xiaomi. Xiaomi. I can't spell that one either, man. And you're right, yeah, narrow looks bad and it's got that tunnel vision. Wide, I'm kind of enjoying the wide. I've been flying a bit more wide recently because it enables you to just kind of pick up a bit more. But I've been doing a lot of nature flying, you know, up in the mountains and really kind of, I didn't want to miss anything. But about my favorite is the medium. I really like the medium setting. Alright, there we go. But of course, you've got a super sunny day. So on a super sunny day, the Xiaomi's, I think it's amazing. It does everything you need and doesn't, like I say, doesn't break the bank. You can feel good about ripping across hard surfaces like this. Yeah, figured. We've just got some little B ESCs on one of these prototypes that the lads are ripping down in Australia. Core crew are having a blast with them, and obviously, Glenn, you're loving it, right, mate? I mean, you had an absolutely epic day. No problems, everything was beautiful, so... Videos.
It's a good location, too.
Yeah, as long as the owners don't mind just staggering out there to go and get it when you crash. There's a river down there too, that's pretty cool. And I have to start taking chances, man. Put one of those little water buoys on and start going really low over some water. Maybe in the springtime out here we'll go and try and find one of the rivers doing a rapids and just try to go up it.
Just give it a coat.
Yeah. Spray with the silicone, right?
Where'd you get that name, Glenn? Fig Goat. I must know the origin.
One of the strangest pilot names we've got on our crew.
We've got Goat D and
now
Fig Goat.
We have 2 goats? How did that happen? 20 pilots and 2 are goats? Trees without... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, man, trees without foliage take me out every single time, but apparently ones with foliage take the figure out. Loved it. Alright, well that's some of our official team pilots that we've just checked out. Let's go and change gears and have a little bit of a look at some of our most recent entries coming in on the RC groups. Some amazing work being done on the back end. Mad respect, Fig Goat. We know you're good, Fig, but where's your name come from? Read the first letters. Fig. F-I-G. Nope, still don't get it.
Yep, I don't get it.
It's one of those Aussie things. Come on, Aussie. Tell me like I'm a child that's barely able to read.
Dude, it looked like that one I had the link started a little further in.
Did you?
I drag it.
Nope. Back to the start.
So this is El Verde.
El Verde. The man with the mad skills.
The green.
The green. Quality. There's a lot of people show up there. Look at that too. That's a lot of warm bodies.
Oh yeah.
Throwing some freestyle mad action.
He's got some skills. They went with the green, like turf. Interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't even figure out what that is. Roll away though.
Yeah, dude is good.
And locations are always tough to come by. You know, I'm sure everybody's got their reasons, but man, what an unforgiving crash landing site that they're racing on. It's gonna do you some more damage maybe than a bit of soft grass or a bit of dirt might. I love some of these too. He's ripping towards one of those uprights, one of those lampposts, and he has to like just bust a move so he doesn't hit it, and his reactions are so fast. If anybody needs some help with settings, in the comment section of his video, he really just pours it all out there. Goes through his drone all the way through his components and all the settings. So it's really cool. Nice one sharing. For those of you that don't know, you can just have different profiles on your flight controller, and with a different series of stick inputs you can change profiles. So you can kind of have your default, the one that you're used to flying on, and then you know you could take all of his settings absolutely exactly how he's got his tuned, and then just put it on your drone, and then just kind of take, there it is. He sees the ball coming, and then you just kind of see it coming, and you can just kind of play around with his settings and see what you think, and then you can kind of make it your own from there. There's a lot to be learned from getting somebody else's setup. Big fan, man. I mean, your skills are off the hook. You got freestyle, you got down low, you can punch gates, you can do altitude change to drop through a gate at speed. It's really impressive, man. Looking forward to the future.
We got an answer from Glenn. F for fuck, I for I'm, G for good, G for greatest, O for of, A for all, T for time, like the GOAT in mixed martial arts. Fuck, I'm good, greatest of all time.
Saw it tattooed on an American Olympic sprinter. No way. Fuck, I'm good, the greatest of all time. You're the big oak, baby. Oh my god. Yeah, it's too late, isn't it, man? Now that's what it is.
I hope Goat D's name story is that good.
Where's the goat?
So is it high rates that make for increased sensitivity?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the correlation?
Yeah, some RC rates. You raise them up, drop them down. There's a lot of different settings, but that's a big one to help you spin faster or slower.
Because they've got to be pretty high.
They do. And then it's all about the vibrations, right? It's got to be just sensitive enough. You don't want it to be twitchy.
Right.
Monitor your dead zones in the middle. You know, you don't want it to be soupy, but you know you can easily out-tune it, and the next thing you know, it can look super robotic. Not an easy job. Probably one of the more tough things to do. But as this community's growing, people are sharing more and more. I remember like a year ago, getting anybody's settings out of anybody was a nightmare. Everybody was like, no, not sharing any of that. You're like, throw me a bone, man. Just give me a starting point.
So OneNet is asking us to guess how he got his name. I'm going to say you got cancer in one of your nuts. You have one left since 1978.
I'm going to say a horrible incident with an aggressive female back in high school that struck you so hard that you had to have it removed. Maybe one nut exploded.
I was right. Cancer. Got it in Iraq.
Oh, damn, one nut. Holy shit, dude.
That's cool. You've embraced the one nut, though. That's badass.
As you do. You got to go with it, right? Mm-hmm. Can't change it. Oh, man.